I'd like to welcome everybody to our Success in Education. My name is Carl Carey. I am chair of the Grand Falls School Board. Success in Education is certainly one of my favorite evenings for a multitude of reasons, but I think most of all to be able to see your smiling faces and to be able to celebrate all the great things that we're doing in the district. So we've got a couple of just business things that we have to do. This is a Success in Education / school board meeting. So we've got a little bit of formality that we need to go through on our agenda real quick. And then we can get to the main event, which is obviously celebrating your students. So if everyone would first stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll start there. I pledge allegiance . All right, outstanding. So tonight we have Director Kincaid, we have Director Dane, we have our our student representative, Ariel, as well as our incoming superintendent, Ms. Dana. I want to call you Dr. Giesland, but that's not quite there yet, as well as our superintendent, Dr. Middleton. Do we have a motion to excuse Director Ledoux? Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and second. All in favor? Aye. All right. So we're also doing a fantastic thing tonight. It is, very unfortunately, Dr. Middleton's last Success in Education. After 20 plus years in the education field and 4 years here. Is it 3, 4? 39 years. I said 20 plus. That includes... He is retiring to sunnier areas, specifically Arizona, and we're going to desperately miss him. But we are tonight swearing in our new incoming superintendent, Dana Giesland. And if you would stand, Dana, I would like to do the oath of office with you. So I guess I'll do it this way. Yes. Dana, come this way a little bit more. I like standing in front of the flag. Okay. So I'm going to read the oath of office, Dana, if you don't mind, and I will not read full sentences. Repeat after me. I, Dana Giesland, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Washington, and will faithfully perform the duties of Superintendent / Secretary of Granite Falls, School District number 332 in the County of Snohomish, State of Washington, according to the best of my ability, effective July 1st, 2024. So great to have you on, Dana. All right. All right. So I would like to ask Director Kincaid to come up. We've got some board comments, but she's prepared some comments for Memorial Day that she'd like to read.
So I come from a long line of Navy men and Army men. And so Memorial Day, Veterans Day, all those things mean a lot to me. And so as we approach Memorial Day, I put a few words together and I would love to take credit for all of them, but I have to admit that I have grabbed some important things that I found and kind of put them together for you. So on this Memorial Day, let us pause and reflect on the valor of our brave service members who paid the ultimate price to defend our country and the ideals we hold dear. Memorial Day is more than just a long weekend or a day off work. It's a time to remember, honor, and celebrate the lives and legacies of the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our country. In 1971, Congress declared Memorial Day a national holiday to be observed on the last Monday in May. This change allowed for a 3-day weekend and led to more widespread participation in Memorial Day events. Over the years, several key milestones and events have helped shape the meaning and significance of Memorial Day. Back in 1921, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was dedicated at Arlington National Cemetery, serving as a symbol of respect and gratitude for all the unnamed soldiers who gave their lives for our country. And in 1950, Congress passed a resolution asking all Americans to observe a moment of remembrance at 3:00 p.m. on Memorial Day, known as the National Moment of Remembrance Act. This act encourages Americans to pause and reflect on the sacrifices of our fallen heroes. Today, Memorial Day is a time to remember and honor the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. It's a day to pay tribute to their courage, sacrifice, and selflessness. It's also a day to reflect on the importance of freedom and the values that our soldiers fought and died for. As we observe this Memorial Day, let us remember the legacy of our fallen heroes and express our gratitude for their service and sacrifice. One of the key values that Memorial Day represents is sacrifice. Our fallen heroes gave their lives for a cause greater than themselves. They put their duty to country and their fellow citizens above their own personal interests and desires. Their sacrifice reminds us that freedom is never free and that we must be willing to defend it at all costs. Another value that Memorial Day embodies is courage. Our fallen heroes demonstrated incredible bravery and fortitude in the face of danger and adversity. They faced unimaginable challenges and hardships, often in the most difficult and dangerous circumstances. Their courage should inspire us to overcome our own fears and challenges and to strive for greatness. Patriotism is also an essential value of Memorial Day. Our fallen heroes loved their country deeply and were willing to give everything to protect it. They embodied the best of America, its diversity, its resilience, and its spirit of innovation and progress. Their patriotism reminds us that we are all part of something bigger than ourselves and that we all have a responsibility to contribute to our nation's success. Memorial Day represents unity. It's a day when Americans from all walks of life come together to honor the fallen and pay tribute to their sacrifice. It's a day when we set aside our differences and celebrate the things that unite us, our shared history, our common values, and our shared commitment to freedom and democracy. It's a day to recommit ourselves to the principles that make our nation great. As General George S. Patton once said, "It's foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank God that such men lived." Let us be grateful for the brave men and women who gave their lives to our country, and let us strive to live up to their example of service and sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you for those words, Director Kincaid. As a member of a Navy family, it meant a lot to me. Appreciate that. Okay, so Director Dane, I'm sorry. Do you have any board comments that you would like to share?
Very excited about the night knowing that this is the last one to do. And really appreciate this. Young men and women.
Well said. Thank you, Director Dane. Ariel, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead. Oh, yes.
I do need the mic. Okay. So starting off, last night we had Voices of Youth here at Crossroads. And what Voices of Youth is where students say how they overcame their struggles. And also we have FBLA. It consists of both Crossroads and Granite Falls High School. We just made it to nationals. Thank you. And so we are fundraising really hard for that. So we are able to make it to nationals. And if you are wondering how you can support FBLA, you guys can support our fundraisers and donations. And graduation is coming up here at Crossroads on June 6th at 6 p.m. So if you know anyone who is graduating for the class of 2024 at Crossroads, you are more than welcome to come. More the merrier.
Thank you so much, Ariel. All right, moving on to the main event. Next up on our agenda is Success in Education. And I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Milliton.
Thank you, Director Carey. Just real quickly, I'm going to have Dana Giesling come up and join me for a second. It's always a big deal when you take on a new position, and it's been really an amazing transition. She's been able to spend many, many days up here, and there's no better way to have that transition of from one superintendent to another. And that's sort of rare. Superintendents usually have difficulty, sometimes big egos, and don't like to have that. But this has been absolutely a great experience. One of the things I really appreciate is she has a great sense of humor, and tonight I have her business cards, and that's always a big deal. But we're in financial straits here, so I just crossed off my name and hand wrote your name, at least for the first 7. So, and I kept the same email for you. So, all right, we have a great night ahead of us. And as Director Carey, this is a favorite night of ours. We're here to recognize our students who have achieved at high levels during this 4th quarter. They've been nominated by their teachers and principals for Success in Education Awards, and we want to celebrate their accomplishments. We'll be recognizing staff members also who have made a difference in the classroom and the building, and who keep the focus on students and student learning. Students and staff, congratulations on your success and hard work. We look forward to honoring you tonight. Before I ask our first principal to present award winners, when you are called, please join your principal up here to their right at the podium. After hearing about your accomplishments, I know the board would like to shake your hand or give you a high five or fist bump. So go ahead and be congratulated by the members of the board. And then I'm going to have you walk along that outside wall all the way to the back where the black curtains are. And back there, Melanie is going to take your picture. And then at the end of this ceremony, we do have some refreshments, but we're asking award winners to stick around. We want to get a group picture as well at the end. All right, I'm going to start with Monte Cristo tonight with with multiple awards. And so Mrs. Vo, come on up.
Thank you, Dr. Middleton, and welcome, Ms. Giesling to Granite Falls. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here at our last a Success in Education Awards ceremony. Today, I would like to start off with our 3rd grade Success in Education winner, and that is Tinley West. Tinley, come over here, sweetie. Tinley is an amazing, hold it just like that so your mommy and daddy can see. Tinley is an amazing example of a student who shows minor's pride at our school every single day. She is someone that you can always count on to get her work done, show up to school with a smiling face, and offer a helping hand to anyone in need. In class, Tinley shows respect by being the first one to stop what they are doing and listen to the teacher. Tinley goes out of her way to help her classmates. Tinley shows resilience and grit in her learning. When there is a concept that may be harder for her to grasp at first, she puts in time to master it. On her math tests, she takes the time to thoroughly prove her answers are correct, even when they are multiple choice questions. There is not a single time that Tinley has not put in her best effort to complete an assignment. Not only does she work hard academically, but Tinley is beyond caring for all the other students in the classroom. Tinley makes sure every student in the class feels welcomed. Tinley states that her favorite part of school is basically math and recess and lunch. And her favorite books to read are Judy Moody, When Tinley is not in school, she likes to go outside when it's sunny or watch her favorite TV shows. And when she grows up, she wants to be a teacher. High five. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, sweetie. Thank you. And our next fourth grade success in education winner was not able to be here tonight. However, this award goes to Evelyn Sadora. So let's give Evelyn a round of applause. And our fifth grade success in education winner is Azriel Rhodes. Azriel Rhodes, I am so proud of you. Hold up your certificate so that your parents can see. Monte Cristo Elementary is proud to announce that Azriel Rhodes has been selected as the Success in Education winner for fifth grade this quarter. He's earned this honor because of his hard work, inquisitive nature, and the positive attitude that he's displayed both in class and throughout the school. In addition, he served as an excellent participant and role model to his peers by demonstrating exceptional behavior. Azriel has been a superb student. He's done well in all areas, but has especially excelled at improving his academic skills on in-class assignments and quizzes. For example, in iReady specifically, his growth scores increased by 129% since the start of the school year. Wow. And he most recently tested out at an 8th grade level. This showed academic progress 3 years beyond his current grade. Azriel's participation and conduct in class has been stellar too, and he can be proud of the example he has provided to his classmates. Azriel's favorite subject in school is math. His favorite book is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. When he is not at school, he likes to play basketball outside. And when he grows up, he wants to be a YouTuber. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. We have so many magnificent students at Monte Cristo that I know we have all across the District of Granite Falls. And among our awesome students, we also have incredible teachers. And tonight, I would like to recognize one of our outstanding teachers. Her name is Mrs. Shalene Cook, our fourth grade teacher. And Mrs. Cook, if she is here tonight, let's give her a round of applause. Mrs. Cook, don't be shy. We all love you here. I know you were. Now you get a great big award to show everybody of how outstanding you are. And Mrs. Cook, we are so proud of you. Mrs. Cook is Shalene Cook. She always comes to school with a positive attitude and a growth mindset. She creates an inviting classroom and school environment and is always willing to step in to help support where it's needed. She chooses to spend her prep time greeting students before school to start each day on a positive note for the kids. I can truly say that she makes every decision with student well-being and happiness in mind. She is a natural leader in our school, and I admire her work ethic and reflective teaching style. She seeks out opportunities to gain skills and knowledge in establishing effective teaching style. She seeks out opportunities to gain skills and knowledge in establishing effective teaching practices and shares her knowledge and experience with colleagues. And not only that, she is also an important part of our school community. And she deserves to be recognized for her dedication to our school. Shalene promotes a positive school culture through her willingness to volunteer her time to better the school. She loves her job, and she makes that known. She cares about each and every person in our school and has nurturing qualities, and the students feel important and cared for in her presence. She is someone that colleagues look to when they need support. And last but not least, Shalene has great communication with her students, parents, and participates in after-school events, such as our literacy nights, our math nights, our choir concerts, our music concerts, our success in education ceremonies. And she goes above and beyond for her community. And I cannot think of anyone more deserving of this award tonight. Thank you so much, Shalene Cook, for your dedication and contributions to Monte Cristo.
All right, next we have from the middle school, Mrs. Quarterman.
I'll just go ahead and jump right in. Sixth grade Success in Ed winner was Maddox White. The sixth grade team is pleased to announce Maddox White as fourth quarter Success in Education winner. Maddox is an all-around awesome student. He was always happy and positive. Working well, you can probably pull the Post-it off of there. Maybe I should have done that for you. He helps his peers with concepts, loaning a charger, a pencil, or offering a smile or a thought to get ideas rolling. He genuinely cares about people and is an attentive listener. He enjoys finding out how your day is going and what fun stuff you might have done over the weekend or the evening. Maddox is also responsible, coming to class on time, prepared, and to learn. He completes quality assignments, and if he knows he is going to be absent, he finds out what he can do ahead of time and makes up what he can't do in a timely manner. He asks questions when needed to clarify a concept and participates actively in class discussions. Maddox is a hard worker and a great role model, a success in education for sure. Congrats. Our seventh grade winner is Rubina McClintock. I was really hoping we wore our hockey gear. Rubina is a great example of what a student at Granite Falls Middle School should be like. She is kind to others. She is always willing to help. She is on task and focused. She takes her work seriously and strives to improve in as many areas as possible. She is very creative and has shown real talent in design and production. She is mindful of others and willing to support students and teachers as often as she is able. Apart from her success in school, she is also a very talented hockey player. Rubina's teachers praise her as kind, helpful, conscientious, dependable, and an all-around good kid. Rubina is an example to her peers and an asset to have in class and at Granite Falls Middle School. Our last recipient at Granite Falls Middle School for 8th grade is Danny Roth. Dig in the shirt. Okay. Danny is a joyful student who brings a smile to everyone's face, myself included, greets everyone with a fist bump. He has worked hard this year on social skills with his grade level peers and has made tremendous growth in this area. Danny works hard on his communication skills with his peers, being a model student in class and listening and following directions. Danny can not only make his way independently from class to class, but has become more independent in his general education classes, engaging in games, projects, and assignments with his grade level peers. His peers enjoy having him in class and always make sure he's included in whatever we are doing. Thank you, Ms. McLaughlin. They encourage him along the way. He is a part of our school. Don't look at Ms. McLaughlin, she's gonna make you cry. He is attentive, kind, and joins in with whatever we are doing. Many of Danny's peers have stepped up to be a leader with him and a friend, often sit with him to play games, help him on his assignments. He is a bright smile and positive attitude are contagious, and we are going to miss him. Granite Falls High School, you are pretty lucky. He's coming your way. Thank you. I think high school team's up next.
We have 4 outstanding candidates, 2 sophomores and 2 seniors. And I'd like to introduce our first sophomore winner, and that's Rennie McGar. Come on up here. Kind of a fun story about Rennie, and as I get to know her a little bit, I kind of heard the backstory from this. Since elementary school, she has her one life goal basically has been to win this award. And she's a fantastic student. You'll hear about it when I kind of give her a little bio here, but every year, like, why haven't I won? Why haven't I won? Her last quarter, her mom won. And so I give a little spiel when I go tell the kids that they've won. And I brought her out of her history class. And as soon as I said something to the effect of, well, the teachers took a vote. Did I win the Success in Ed? Yes, Rennie, you did. You did win. And then after talking with her mom, she's the one who told me that Rennie has just basically met her life goal. She no longer needs to go to school. She doesn't have to go to college. She has just made life right now. So some things about Rennie. She's a 4.0 student. She is number 1 out of her class because of her 4.0 and all the classes that she's taken. She's in advanced math, chemistry, pre-AP English, Spanish, world history. That's not a light load. Big week for Rennie and our other sophomore also. They were just inducted into the Honor Society on Monday. So again, a tribute to who Rennie is. She plays the best position in any sport. She is our softball catcher. They just finished their season. They lost in the playoffs, but they had a great year, made it to the playoffs. And she enjoys fishing, boating, hanging out with friends and family, and running. She also plays on our basketball team and is a 2-year letter winner for our cross country team. Her volunteer work is extensive. She helps with our link crew. She helps at graduation, senior tea, concession stands. She helped organize Battle of the Classes for her class, and it just keeps going on and on. She wants to go to the University of Washington to get into the medical program and eventually become an orthopedic surgeon. And then couple comments from her teachers. Rennie is a hardworking, respectful, and conscientious student with a fun personality. She always participates and does her work. She's kind to everyone around her, and because of that, she has earned the respect of her peers. She is an overall great kid. Rennie is a pleasure to have in class. She works hard, participates, and is kind to everyone around her. Now I do a little bit just on name and what it means, and moms and dads out there, you can tell me if what the name means, if it's actually her personality. Rennie symbolizes many things, including good luck, prosperity, and strong spirit. They're known for their courage and determination. Bring good luck to people who have the name Rennie. She is a perfectionist. She's intelligent and a seeker of knowledge. She has a charming personality. How about that? I roll there for mom on that one. They are most respected for their perseverance, an imaginative thinker, and an adventurous approach to life. Rennie, you've met your life goal. Congratulations, and you are very deserving of success in it. Congratulations. Oh, Rennie. There's two of them printed. I don't know why, but you win two just because you didn't win one earlier. Nothing. Jeez. Rennie. Our next sophomore, Sage Bide. Come on up here, Sage. So unlike Rennie, who has been waiting her entire school career basically to win this award, Sage has won it 3 times. Just kind of old hat for her. She's won the trifecta. She won it in elementary school right before we went into COVID quarantine. She won it, and so she didn't get to accept the award. She just got it mailed to her, and now she is the high school winner. So she's hit every level. Again, she is a 4.0 student. Her and Rennie are tied for #1 in their class. She takes advanced math, biology, Spanish 2, English 2, and world history. Again, she was also selected for the Honor Society on Monday night. She is an absolute volleyball star. In her spare time, whenever she has spare time at school, I can't remember a time where I haven't seen her and her friends hitting a volleyball around you. In the next 2 years, our volleyball team is going to be pretty special, and it's going to be because of students like Sage. She was the MVP for the freshman year in volleyball. She was the most inspirational player last year for the volleyball team. Guess what she does in her spare time when the high school volleyball season is over? She plays on a boys and girls volleyball team. And she's an assistant coach for a 7th and 8th grade volleyball team. She loves volleyball. She absolutely loves to read. 70 books last year. That's more books than I think I've read in my entire life. She's done 70 books. She works at our concession stand for other sporting events. She was one of our Santa's helpers during our food drive, handing out hot chocolate and cookies. She wants to enter the social work field so she can help people. And now from her teachers, Sage is kind, hardworking young lady who adds positivity to the class and school environment. She is the type of person people generally enjoy being around. Sage is a joy to have in class. She makes others better around her. That's a huge compliment. And I'm so glad she is in my class. Sage means a wise person, magnetic presence, and a deep sense of emotion. Sages are persuasive and energetic self-starters. They're confident, independent, and proactive. They influence people with both leadership and motivation. There you see the MVP selection as well as the most inspirational. They're tolerant and compassionate, creative, and kind. Freedom is their driving force. The stability, practicality, and hard work. So congratulations, Sage. Sage, have won that. There you go. So now for our seniors. Let's have Serena Milsom come on up here. So 4 years ago, Serena was in the 7th grade. And if you're doing the math, wait a minute, you said they were seniors. She skipped a grade, and she will be graduating early this year. She should be a junior in high school, but her drive and determination, she was able to skip the grade and get to be graduating in just a short time. So again, 4 years ago, November 6, 2019, she won this award again. Why does that date stick in mind? Because that was her 13th birthday. And we were right here, and we celebrated with her. We had cake. We had everybody saying happy birthday to her. We don't need to do that tonight. But it was just a pretty special time for her. It was one of those birthdays that needed to be celebrated. She is a band star. She's in jazz band, English 4, AP Psych, AP US History. She does an English 11 class online. She's in biomed. She does marching and concert band, and she's in financial fitness. The jazz band is a 0 period class, which she gets up at 6 in the morning to get to. She's a section leader in band. She plays 4 instruments. She's a part-time auto detailer. She's a dog sitter, enjoys taking care of all the animals. She's a true community member that is proud of her town, and she volunteers her time picking up trash throughout Granite Falls. She participated in our high school food drive. She collects donations for the senior center and now her teachers. Serena works hard for her grades. She asks for help and often will redo assignments to get the highest grade possible on every assignment she does. Serena has a talent for making things beautiful. Every project she creates is thoughtfully designed and aesthetically pleasing. As I've gotten to know Serena this year, I have learned that she has a huge heart and is empathetic towards her peers and teachers. She is respectful while not being afraid to advocate for herself. I am going to miss her and her positivity in my classroom. Serena means serene or tranquil. She has a deep sense of obligation to maintain high standards of justice and truthfulness, warm charm, intuitive intellect, and a strong sense of responsibility. They often display artistic inclinations, deep love for home, peace and harmony are at the paramount to them. Caring and sympathetic toward their friends, always ready to offer help and support when needed. Genuinely rejoices in the happiness and achievements of their loved ones. She brings joy, love, beauty, and a sense of justice into the lives of others. From what I know about Serena, that's a pretty good description of who she is. So let's give a round of applause for Serena Milkson. Congratulations, Serena. And our last senior, Finley Drake. Come on up here. I don't have any stories for Finley. I'm just getting to know him a little bit this year, but he's, again, another student who takes some pretty intensive classes in AP Psychology, Marine Biology, Advanced Multimedia, Financial Fitness, English 4. He's been the actor and script writer for our morning announcements. He portrays this quiet student, but when you put him in front of a camera, he is absolute gold. He writes our Friday announcements, which he always shares a little bit of his sense of humor with the rest of the school. Enjoys playing video games, hanging out with friends, and writing. He was the Granite Falls food drive coordinator. He wants to save up money so he can travel. And now his teachers. Finley Drake is amazing! Exclamation point, exclamation point. I can't believe he hasn't already received this award. He is intelligent and pushes those around him. He participates in class with whatever I ask him to do, from reading to sharing to answering my questions. Finley also has a gift for creative writing. His ability to make stories engaging with the images he creates is something I hope he continues and practices. I am really proud of him, and it has been a gift to teach him for 3 years of high school. I can always count on Finley to bring the best self to marine biology. You know who that's from. He is always ready to learn and has the highest grade out of all 90 of my students. I can't think of anyone more deserving. Well done, Finley. Finley, it means courageous one or fair hero. You're kind, home-loving, hospitable, and friendly. You're a good organizer of social affairs. Compassion for others is an outstanding trait. You are a great lover and a great flirt. How about that? An artist, musician, actor, and teacher. You're dependable, very down to earth, and well-grounded. Your prime desire is to build protected and secured environment at home and work. You gravitate towards the mental and creative endeavors rather than hard manual labor. Congratulations to Finley Drake. So this is Dr. Middleton's last time, and I didn't do a name search on him and figure all this out, but people who are in education, you wear a number of different hats, and being in education for 30 years, 34 years, he's probably seen a lot of things, and he has can draw from his wisdom and experience in a lot of different things that have happened. Oh, I remember this happened 10 years ago, and this is what I did, and I can do this. Well, when he came here to Granite Falls, that's his first year basically was the year we went into COVID. There's no script, there's no manual, there's no directions on, there's no history on anything that he could draw from to kind of help us through this and what we need to do. And because of his leadership, this district made it through that. And did our kids suffer? Sure, every kid suffered. But with his behind or in front of his leadership, we were able to get things done. And it seemed like every day things were changing, and this is what needs to be done. And I can't imagine the endless hours that he and his cabinet spent thinking about it, talking about it, and doing all those things. And just the amount of care that he had getting us through that. And it probably felt like he was dragging us through it, because there was kicking and screaming and all sorts of complaining and all of that. But I really appreciate his leadership over the last 4, 5, 6 years, and especially through COVID. He brought this district through that. And so I would like to recognize him. Please give him a big round of applause for his efforts here.
I had a full head of hair before COVID too. But our next presenter is Mr. Cruz. We have another staff award. So Mr. Cruz, come on up.
I get to present the Success in Ed Award for the classified staff member this quarter. And the winner is Ian Hines. Come on up here, Ian. Congratulations. Ian's been with us since 2017, late 2017. He works in our maintenance department, and actually he's 50% of our maintenance department. We're a pretty decent sized school district, and to operate with only 2 maintenance people, you can imagine how busy his life is. He was nominated by our child nutrition department, and I could stand up here and compliment him all day, but what the child nutrition department said about him, really, I think everybody in our district would say the same thing about Ian. So I'm just going to read, it's not that long, but I'm going to read what they wrote about him. Ian has been amazing to work with this year. He has taken on helping me at the warehouse with commodities. He is out in the kitchens frequently for maintenance, and so professional with the team, which I know they really appreciate. This past year has been communicated with me frequently about equipment issues and needed repairs. He initiates the repair and servicing and equipment, and is very good about keeping me in the loop, as well as the kitchen staff. His calm demeanor is a plus when working with him. His willingness to help other staff is wonderful. He is a great communicator, keeps us all in the loop, and follows through on his word. I think everybody in this district would say the exact same thing about you. I know you don't hear it very often, because this is broken, this is not working, this needs to be moved. That's what you hear most of the time. But after you're done, they may not say it, but everybody appreciates everything you do. So I appreciate all you do, and you're very deserving of this. And I know your family's here, and they should be very proud of you. So thank you.
Ms. McVeigh, come on up.
All right, we're gonna start with Lexi. Come on. Come on down. Come over here. All right, okay, so. Gonna make me laugh over there. All right, I am honored to nominate Miss Alexia Rodriguez for Success in Education. And she goes by Lexi. Lexi spent her first year of high school struggling a little bit. But she came to Crossroads like a little bit into your sophomore year. And when she decides to do something, she definitely gives 110%. She's been really unstoppable ever since she's been there. Maybe one little hiccup, but it was quick. And she recovered like bam, and was even better. So she's got a quiet demeanor. She leads by example through diligence and perseverance, and producing really high quality work. She's been an outstanding role model, for all of our students and especially her little sister. It's really awesome to watch the way that she sort of leads her sister, and their relationship. You can tell that they're very close. And so we love her willingness to go above and beyond at all times. Lexi's leadership teacher, Miss Kayla Land, says that Alexia is all around a wonderful person. Alexia came to Crossroads a little reserved. She's pretty quiet. She's still pretty quiet. She's one of those silent leaders, but jumped feet first into leadership. Alexia has been a straight A student, works at the Boys and Girls Club, participates in leadership and school events, stays after school to help us as often as she can, all while ensuring that their siblings and friends are cared for and succeeding in school. Alexia is a kind human with a great taste of music and an energy that makes anyone feel comfortable. We're so incredibly proud of how far she's come and of seeing the adult that she's about ready to walk into. Alexia wants to be she plans to go to the police academy. She's a senior. She's going to go to the police academy and would like to be a sex crimes detective. So thank you, Alexia, for making Crossroads a better place than it was when you first got there. We appreciate it. All right. Avery Coleman, are you here? Oh, there you are. Well, we'll see how long it takes for him to take the mic. Oh, that's right. You don't. So our next winner is Mr. Avery Coleman for success in education. Avery is known for his vibrant personality and dedication to our school community. He's an exemplary student who embodies a spirit of leadership, community service, and artistic ambition. That's for sure. Avery's a cornerstone at Crossroads. What's happening? Did I give you the wrong one? Well, darn, sorry. There we go. All right, so sorry. Avery's a cornerstone of our school community, actively participating in a diverse array of extracurricular activities. His leadership is particularly evident in his roles with the Future Business Leaders of America, Voices of Youth Music Club, Honor Society. What else? What am I missing? Anything? Oh, he has gone over to the high school to help with their drama productions. We're at Granite Falls High School. He consistently just demonstrates a keen understanding of business principles and a passion for professional development. His proactive approach and innovative ideas have helped his club achieve numerous accolades, including going to nationals, which is pretty awesome. In Voices of Youth, he amplifies the voices of his peers, advocating for student interests, even if sometimes those student interests are testing and the not wanting to test, and fostering an inclusive environment. Yes, it is. His ability to engage and motivate others is truly inspiring. He's a talented musician, brings energy and creativity to pretty much everything he does. He is this year's I don't say this well, salutatorian, thank you, which is pretty amazing with that GPA. He mentors, younger students, guiding them through their personal challenges, and he's willing to invest time and effort into helping others, which we really appreciate. He's also dedicated to making a positive impact on the broader community. His loud and enthusiastic personality makes him a natural leader, and his commitment to service is unwavering. Whether organizing community cleanup, community events, or volunteering, or spearheading different what shall I call it? Spearheading different I don't know, different.
Are you talking about the protest?
I'm talking about, yeah, I'm trying to say it in a nice way. So spearheading things that he believes in. He's always ready to go above and beyond and help those who are in need. Avery is not only a dynamic leader and an ambitious scholar, his aspirations to become a film director is driven by a deep passion for reading and storytelling and a desire to influence society through the arts. He's already honoring his craft and creating little short films and projects that reflect his innovative spirit and dedication to excellence. Mr. Rose says that Avery has taken a lot of responsibility for himself at home, at school, and in the workplace. He has held a job for all 3 years that I've known him and has the initiative and self-knowledge to find positions that are good for him at the time and which are unlike those typically associated with teenagers. He's worked at a reptile store, a bait shop, and comic store, among other places. Unfortunately, he has had to navigate exploitive supervisors, and the experience taught him a lot about himself and the trade-offs that sometimes need to be made in life. Avery has taken an active role in his academic and home life. With minimal assistance, he enrolled in Running Star and last year managed a full and challenging course load while working and maintaining strong grades at Crossroads. He's exceptionally intelligent, as has been pointed out to me at one point or another by all of his teachers. However, what sets him apart is the ways that he harnesses that intelligence. He has an encyclopedic knowledge of rock music, comics, and amphibians. When he is curious or interested in something, he immerses himself completely in it, soaking up all there is to know. Avery, I'm very, very proud of you for winning your award.
All right, Ms. Wright, come on up. From Mountain Way Elementary.
All right. When I call the student up, if his or her teacher would like to join them up here, they may come and join us. For our kindergarten student recipient of the Success in Education Award, we'd like to honor Easton Petit. Easton, come on up. Easton is the best example of what it means to be a Success in Education winner. At the beginning of the year, Easton was a shy student who didn't want anyone to know he was doing the right thing. Now he is a student whose confidence has grown and he is thriving in kindergarten. He is kind and has a huge heart for others. Inclusion is important in his classroom, and Easton has taken this to a new level. When a student may be having a hard time expressing their emotions strongly or needing a hug, Easton is always the first to ask if he can help. The students know if their teacher is busy, Easton gives the next best hugs. Easton is the biggest hype dude you will ever meet. He is constantly complimenting his peers and making sure each one of them feels loved. I love how you made that letter. Or did you try your best? It looks like it, are phrases you might hear from Easton all the time. When Easton is not at school, he likes to go to the trampoline park or play on his Tigers t-ball team. And he looks pretty good in his uniform too. His favorite part of school is recess, when he gets to play on the playground with his friends. He's really good at coloring and writing. His favorite food is spaghetti, and he has 2 dogs at home. He's also a new big brother and has a new baby sister at home that is only 2 months old. When it comes to his academics, Easton has shown so much progress in both reading and math. He loves to read and will blend just about every word you throw at him. Addition is his favorite, and he wants to solve every addition problem put in front of him. When he grows up, Easton wants to be a firefighter because his dad was a firefighter. His teacher is incredibly proud of Easton and how much he has grown both socially and academically this year. She might even try to convince him that he needs to stay in kindergarten forever. We are all excited to see who he grows up to be and his future success. Congratulations, Easton. Okay. Easton. Gonna go right. Our first grade award recipient for the Success in Education Award is Grayson Hagman. All right, Grayson, go ahead and hold that. There we go. Okay, good. You are here. I knew I saw you. Grayson is Mrs. Grabner's student. Grayson is an amazing student. He represents our Cubs at Mountain Way Elementary every day. Grayson follows expectations in the classroom, hallway, and on the playground. He is always willing to go the extra mile for a teacher or a classmate. He chooses to clean up more, do more work, or help others out wherever and whenever he can. Grayson is such a studious student. Grayson is always the first to get started on his schoolwork and completes his work with accuracy. Grayson listens and pays attention closely to lessons, and he loves to give answers. Grayson loves to play with his friends at school, including basketball or magnet tiles in the classroom. And when he's not at school, he likes to play on his tablet and watch YouTube. In the past, he played tackle football. He also likes to go to the park with his family. His favorite part of school is recess. It was so cute. He told us that he likes to run around and climb up things to build up his muscle strength. His favorite food is chocolate cake, of course. He isn't sure what he wants to be when he grows up. He said he used to want to be a blacksmith, but now he's not sure because they don't really have blacksmiths anymore, he said. Grayson is such an amazing asset to his classroom community, and his teacher is going to miss him so much when he goes to second grade. Congratulations. And last but not least, oh, Grayson, hold on one more second, bud. You are so quick. You're going to go right over there to Mr. Cruz, and he's going to show you where to walk. Last but not least is our second grade award recipient, Riley Pollack. Come on up, Miss Riley. Riley is in Miss Schmidt's class in second grade. Sit here and hold it. Riley shows outstanding dedication and growth in her learning journey. Riley is a shining example of what it means to be a Mountain Way Elementary Cub. She exemplifies cooperation, understanding, bravery, and safety. She is a very kind student who is always leading by example. Riley always strives to do her best in school and loves learning about every subject. She consistently offers her ideas and support for her peers when needed. When she's not at school, Riley loves doing gymnastics. Her favorites are the balance beam and floor exercises. She even competes in gymnastics. Her favorite part of the school day is lunch because she loves to eat. She's not your typical second grade student, though. Her favorite lunch item is Caesar salad, and her favorite foods in general are cucumbers and her mom's tacos. She has a big dog named Teddy at home, and her brother has a pet axolotl. And in addition to gymnastics, she's also really good at math and reading. When Riley grows up, she wants to become a gymnastics coach. Her teacher feels fortunate to have her as a student, and we are all so proud of the growth Riley has made this school year. Congratulations, Riley.
All right, we are down to our last award, and then we can enjoy some refreshments. I'm going to call to the front a number of people, and when I get to the last name, then we can give them a round of applause. But I need Jill McManus, Christy Kellogg, Karina Myers, Tanya Everson, Wendy Hartley, and I didn't see Kathleen. Kathleen, you here today? All right. I want to thank first Mr. Bianchini for his kind comments, and it's probably not coincidence. It's probably meant to be that on the last night of Success in Ed, that the Superintendent Award, which is called the Mucker Award, which I'll tell you about in just a minute, is going to our counselors. He described COVID and sort of what we went through. It really was a team effort, and the impacts are still felt today. And I am so thankful for having such great counselors in our system. The Mucker Award that I've asked them up for, some of you have heard this before, some of you have heard many times, and some not at all. But the Mucker Award is a hockey term. Mucker is a hockey term, and I grew up playing hockey and still a huge fan. And in hockey, a mucker is one of those players that goes into the corners, not afraid to throw some elbows, do some hard work, get the puck out, and get it into play. And when it comes to this work, there is so much behind the scenes work that our counselors do. And so they're very deserving of this award because they do go into the corners. They have difficult conversations and just do an amazing job. So I'm proud to have our counseling staff here tonight. This group, like so many in education, do things behind the scenes that the general public and even some of their peers have no idea is occurring. Their calling is to serve students so that they can be successful in their future. But regardless of the hopes and the dreams of a student and their future, they first need to get the students through today and come back tomorrow and the next day and the next. Oftentimes, it's the school counselor that provides students a short reprieve or a respite, and then they go into action. Counselors put on their teacher hat, their parent hat, their coach's hat, their friend hat, their caring adult hat, and I'm not judging you hat. Some of the best negotiators in life stand with me tonight. They see the big picture. They help students see the big picture. But the big picture is simply putting 1 hour and 1 day and 1 month together at a time. They wake up each day not knowing exactly what the day is going to bring them, but they know that there will be challenges. And when the moments of breakthrough come for their students, they are their biggest cheerleaders. As much as our students rely on our counselors, they are also called upon by the adults in the building, teachers, staff, administrators, parents, guardians, also seeking their assistance, and they continue to give. Families, your students' success is due to your parenting, your teachers providing quality instruction, our staff who are here to nurture and provide guardrails. But I want you to know that our counselors play a huge role as well, often unseen, often subtle, often supportive, but they were back there, always present. I hope that you have a chance to thank your child's counselor before you leave tonight. They're truly an exemplary group of educators. All right, that concludes our Success in Ed. And again, congratulations to our award winners. Thank you to our parents and families for your support. Congratulations to our staff winners. We do want all award winners to go to the back, and we're going to take a group picture, but we're going to enjoy some refreshments. The board does have some more work to do, and we're taking a 15-minute break, and then they'll resume, but please come enjoy refreshments, and thank you for coming out.
Good. Okay. Outstanding. All right. I'd like to call the Grand Falls regular school board meeting back to order. We're now going to proceed to item 3, items from the floor. The Grant Falls School Board welcomes the opportunity to hear public comment and allows time for this purpose at each regular session meeting. Dr. M. or Paris, do we have anyone signed up? Okay. Mindy? So it's, is it 3-minute time? 5-minute time limit? Okay. You're more than welcome to stand wherever you want.
All right. You're not Dion. Close. I'm Mindy Butler. For the sake of Dana, I will introduce myself. I'm a mother of 7. I've been in school district for 11 years. My husband spent 10 years on the school board. I think that's a good enough introduction. I am beyond angry, furious. I'm not sure what words I can use. Because every step of the way with my daughter who has epilepsy, who went through brain surgery, was in the hospital for a month in December, has been hell on wheels. It has been the worst experience I have ever experienced in talking to other special needs parents in this district. It's a very similar experience to theirs. I spent only half an hour to reintegrate my child back into the school building after spending a month in the hospital. I was told that yes, she gets to go out to recess. We agreed that rainy day might be too much for her, so she would be able to go to the sensory room. Instead, she spent 2 months being stuck in the sensory room, being gaslit herself as a 6-year-old child and manipulated into thinking that it was her choice to spend that 2 months every recess in a sensory room with maybe 1 or 2 other peers. After spending a month without peers, it's kind of dang important for her to be outside and moving her body, rehabilitating her left side that lost abilities, and to be able to be with her peers that she was isolated from for an entire month. After I spent getting 3 written letters from 3 different medical professionals and 2 phone calls to the school, one of them being over an hour, where the school nurse argued with her physical therapist about her abilities and how incredible Charlotte is and how much she has improved in a very short amount of time. The school still decided to not listen. I was then, obviously, as I saw an increase in seizure activity, worried. So after having her dog trained, I decided to write in and ask for her dog to come in. Instead of going by the policy, which states that the 504 plan coordinator and the principal have a meeting with me, I got a meeting with the principal, the vice principal, school district nurse, and the school nurse herself. So I was then bombarded and accused of many things in that meeting that I have never done in my life, never would do, because it is incredibly disrespectful to a parent, for a parent to do that to a teacher. But I didn't say anything because at this point, I can't. There's nothing else I can do. I just shut my mouth and continued on because for the sake of Charlotte, I needed to make sure that she was safe. We got Rocket to be able, her dog, to be able to come in the school building to walk her to and from class, which is all I wanted to do at the time. Because if you have anyone, even an adult human, you need to be able to walk yourself through it a little bit before you go into a building and just stay there the whole day. So I just wanted him to walk her to and from class. Fine. They say they agree to it because, you know, FDA law, you can't say no to a special needs, you know, a service dog. So they say yes. However, I'm no longer allowed to bring my younger boys into the building if I have the dog, which means I now, as quoted by them, can just find a sitter, which means I drive half an hour to drop my boys off with a sitter, spend half an hour dropping off 2 of my kids to their school, another half an hour to pick them up. That's an hour and a half of my time spent for just drop off. And then I do it again for pickup. Or I can inconvenience another parent and have them spend an hour of their time during the day for pickup or drop off of my own child, not theirs. It's kind of insane. I was also told that I'm not allowed to speak to the teacher or other personnel without doing it in writing, quote, so that they can stay on the same page. How the heck do you guys not have communication skills well enough that you can communicate something that I can say in a private meeting with a teacher? So now I'm not allowed to talk to the teacher. After conferences and being lied to by the principal at conference time, I decided that Charlotte was no longer going to be a part of your school, because if she cannot just be cared for appropriately and the incompetence level of the para and the administration. I'm not going to deal with it. I've been told, thank you for advocating for your daughter 3 times. I've been told 3 times we can't let parents have that kind of power. And I cannot believe that this is how special needs parents are treated. I've talked to other parents in the district, and the special needs parents are treated very similar to this. They are silenced, they are told that they cannot speak and that they have no voice. So that's kind of an issue for your entire district. And I just want to say, Grant Falls School District, you do not deserve my children. As of June 14th at 3:30 p.m., I will relieve you of your duties. You will no longer have my children in your district. And I hope that you fix the problems with your special needs system and that parents are respected, that kids are taken care of, because you aren't taken care of.
Thank you, Ms. Butler. Okay, is there anyone else signed up for public comment? Okay. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, item 4, consent agenda. Is there any additions to the consent agenda? Okay. Is there any discussion that we need to have on the consent agenda? No. Okay. Well, then by unanimous consent, I will call the consent agenda approved. The next item is item 5, adjourning. I'd like to call an adjournment to the meeting at 7:26. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it.